abusua ye makwa abasonko so eba POG Media ene yere mekọ highway ne so highway ne de ensem bebre wo so a yen so ya agye pene se ye be me abedwafo no ahu de ekọ ene de eba na den na ekọ so ewo highway ne so eye kọ Godfred dame eye ni case issue no ne ato Forson no NSCC ano Kevin Ekobedu Taylor ababe expose Godfred dame ya enye asem keto client no Kevin Taylor expose ne verdict analysis bi a wachre say eye NPP for no entro na omo pese omutwa eto ato Forson so se ne be ya omo be jeli na enye asem keto akra Kevin Taylor ababe strepe Godfred dame ne Akuffo Addo naked a enye asem keto akra ebepe se yebemi abedwafo no bemi akona yakwakoti ensema Kelvin Ekobedu Taylor ede etudwa na ansa na ebekọ no wo ensem kan bi afahye your comment section like share my from so ensa into me enkabi aha POG Media political trending stories bi a make waves bi ano yenso ya jepenese ye de bebrem medamase
Richard oh no, I don't even want to go there. Richard Jakpa. Godfred Damis said Akuffo Addo and Kenoforiata wanted to Godfred let me take this again, I'm sorry. Godfred Damis said Akuffo Addo and Kenoforiata wanted Atto Forson prosecuted. Richard Jakpa and the lawyers are filing some new document or court. Now in the document, you know, the air can say Richard Jakpa ɛsɛ evidence Godfred Dame ɛka no say Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo Addo atakora ɔne kodiewu Oforiata ɛma instructions ka kyerɛ ne pitin sɛ saa asɛm yɛ abɛyi ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɛnya asɛm bi a ɛno ɔden a ɛhu bia ɛnya asɛm bi a ɔsanka ɛde ayɛ de Atto Forson ko jail nanso ɔmo pɛ sɛ Godfred Dame make sure sɛ Atto Forson akɔ jail. We Richard Jakpa, the lawyers document our filing or court for frokra almost some more in Jinaswa, almost person of the Ghana, any Edian court. No. Now, Ghana for Bibri, Ebebusa said, na Asama Abeya Yebo Atto Forson Ding, the minority leader, Yebo Richard Jakpa Ding, Yebo Nipebi Ding, Attorney General, any Nipebi Omudin Abem to say, Yoni Kolendi. Now, 7 Jinana started way. Minim say Sami Jemfi Wednesday NDC 360 on your time. Ejuja nsem na because Sebio Ghana your short memories inti. Ana said de bia no asem bi ba na asem no ye pese ehu no kure wo ma yetim. Inti na nwumre no because of me auntie bi of frame me a free salt pond. O say call. Ma today nsem bi aba na nsem ni nyina ne there. What say Atto Forson walk over ambulance na war coach na tum na Attorney General mentase asem no ekokra na akotie kakra wa ha ekohasa na akotie kakra wa ha asem na nkasa menhyeda ntase ibetime nya time na ejudwam ama ma atase and I'm so antikone me antikone or sort pon kabire yizi misro awankasa bra na be fa asem no frichir na biebiem na dwedwam na asem no yonhu mowom se ne be ya obeya yenso yere koto aba yehu se ye beto aban I sort pon me antibako antikone and I'm antikone nya botel easy me ya ma no se Kevin onye de emi nkoten o me wo me nyonkofo bebre wo mfantime mu ha emi so bitukwan papa enyim de bitukwan nipa bebre me sha won ensem no work peace me nhede hu nsem na ano enti nka ebenya botel na nka enya time na nka edwudwom a anka obem do papa na msanti nya botel emi wo from Ekobedu nkutidze menya abotal na medwudwa asem no ma obi ankasa ehu asem no moko enti mereba bedwudwom pepepe enti mi bedwudwom antikoni numti kakra na mereba bedwudwom awo chinchefua ma anyunkom na yeti ai timpampa ne nom ochina membro kakra medita ai okay enti ma medwudwom the fantine de yi ready okay asem no nyina no mo starting free chiri Edien na de Atto Forson akogina court. Edien na de Richard Jakpa akogina court. Edien na de Attorney General and the Wedwane Free Ghana akogina court. Edien na ende ama Yoni Kolendi or Supreme Court judge yaboni din. Edien ambulance ben na ye kan ho asem. And the abetu dwane say NPP 4 the propaganda any jandambi to wiem to radio so to Facebook radio for them person mo beka no kra na kire mo efiri so mo nim se atakora any amaniampon Akuffo Addo any Bawumia mo yakromfo. Now ambulance can one asem during NDC time. NDC ekra two types of ambulance. Now the can one asem na different from ambulance na NDC edin say your friend no I'm friend saying Messias, what was the name? Sa ambulance bakuna NDC by and almost a friend no Messias, give me the name. Addo. Thank you, Mr. P. Addo Clinic. Mr. P, get me the picture. In fact, it's very important. I let people know ambulance I can want them because MPP for no jandambi. Almost oh mokai ambulance NDC cover by no. There are different ambulance they can want some how. Addo na a mobile clinic. Different from at Forson ambulance we want some. Ambulance ya I work out to see I can want some no. And no na NPP for be who say NDC for the ba and no be ye ebe stop here omo come fan tontura buy some no de ambulance 200 aba. Time omo buy no na John Mahama ne NDC for e de nyoma to kwema na ambulance 200 free kwan so in fact answer John Mahama free power no na 30 of the 200 ambulance na land Ghana. So bianca nchiro these are the things NPP for radio for no any jandam journalist no omode person be ka kire won inti answer na NDC free power no na omodi nkan akra Onuaddo ne manaba and a ambulance so different from Onuaddo no na mobile clinic na kesia pa na use bu America no ye biema etumi operation nyina wo no eno na ne friend Onuaddo Mr. P, give me the picture. Yes, let me show Ghana for the picture because minim Ghana for na many omokasa no I say no facts here very important say de bia no ye be use it na ama edwumade na ayede. Now Onuaddo ni nie. All right. Okay. Mr. S. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, team. Now, Onuaddo ni Onuaddo ambulance we na John Mahama de buy no. Now we know na basically a clinic a sikaso a ambulance. More America mu nyina mu hu bi. These were called the Onuaddo Government of Ghana Ministry of Health National Medical Outreach Service. It's way different from the yeka ho asem no. Into way there a different ambulance John Mahama de buy so when nanka be kurase ambulance a clinic nanka hwe Ghana for ya frɛ bi hinterland in kurase ɛhɔ nanka we mu no ɛbɛkɔ na asɛm a yɛka ho asɛm sisi a ɛwɔ court no ɛnya ambulance we hu na yɛka ho asɛm o apart from ambulance we John Mahama mo de buy a ɛyɛ Akuffo Addo mo bɛto yɛ na ɔmo si hɔ na ɔmo ma ne pro no deɛ yɛka ho asɛm no yɛ different we ɛna yɛka ho asɛm. Now, John Mahama, after this, no, okra 200 of these ambulances. Way more. Intimate more difference than sana ya stati show no. Now what you say? Well, ambulance way. Sa ambulance way John Mahama de buy. Egu Parliament House NPP for grounding man pro. Oko Parliament House is here. These ambulances are sitting there. Sa quarter almost 2.3 million euros no. Sa first 30 ambulance na they were equipped na John Mahama mo de buy out of the 200 no. And it cost 2.3 million euros no. Sa 30 nyina MPP buy by 2017 and omodi see was selling nyina pro. So as we speak, these ambulance are sitting at Parliament House. Ni nyina air pro when you who court no. Sa ambulance on the MPP bar power ombe say John Mahama at the 170 eba beka 30 we ho and almost stop ye and omo kofa ntontura de bram say na na do danko Akuffo Addo the ambulance 300 aba we a Benz. These are the ambulance John Mahama ne NDC de buy 30 na ka 170 a was say NPP for sign near the beka ho na manufacturer no Blue Sea oma ye wie Akuffo Addo ba no say we mu pack wo no pro ebe sinne. So afena what ase ha enti de ekoso no eni ntina obuso mo ambulance say John Mahama ko fa Onuaddo anya ono a we mu me no kasa se ko Parliament House sisi wo ni nyina pro. Now obeso ambulance ajo Mahama de baya okay say na omoka say ambulance ni hwinim na de ndien nyoma bi wo ho a na nka wo say de na atari general ambulance le munie na ambulance normally wo ship ya you don't put everything in it. When you bring it, you can install the opposite or installing it. So what they do is they say, yeah, ambulance here, the nyoma bi a wo say ye de fiti wi a na de aka no medical equipment ni aka no now the gum into ba na wa hyehyɛ because it is not safe for you to put all those things because on the scene no can move ni ade enti ambulance ne ba ye no nyoma e ka ho a ebeba ambulance le di mu ni nyina no na e ka ho eno na ewo contract nim na nka wo say the NPP aban ema ne ba a mo say o court ma mention ambulance no. So these are the ambulance 30 mama na pro inside ni we na atof attorney general ne MPP for ka say John Mahama ko kra trotro ambulance ni pictures were 2016. Some pictures you here and 2024. These are 2016 pictures. Ambulance ne buy any. And local parliament house as nina pro. You say at Forson Bejina court, they are jail. These are things we are not even supposed to waste our time on. Now see, make sure ambulance by these things were all fitted. Ambulance by now now were fitted in this oxygen. Bibia amount for ways ambulance by to na bibia. These are 2016 pictures. Parliament House, it is your who is causing financial loss to the state or who has caused financial loss to the state? Yemusa. We remember these are the ambulance. And you don't know quite different. These were fresh ambulance. 30 of them. Nana do Akuffo and MPP for Amadina Pro. 30 of these ambulance costing 2.3 million euros. Amadina Pro. So these are the ambulance we are talking about. Wemo. Ko Parliament House. Obekone guo. Nina said. Ye use da yan static and say enkompo ye dinya ye two free port ye be si won eno ano no mu jani na ma ne proye and obi can NDC angasa you chipping yourself for the NPP too much mono so I na mo so do some time na mentemase mu jam mo NPP for we jimi omo these things have been sitting there. In the court, the ambulance are already in Ghana. Emma, one ambulance point to be 70 people life. You're packing in your pro. And then we are they are screaming over the roof. Say, somebody has caused financial loss to the state. Ambulance way ni pado do ankebet me save Ghana and more. Now let's go back and take care of the issues. Inti mema obi anka bibia nkyerɛ say onuado na ambulance 30 enie. Omo buy no behu ambulance we na esi wo no and omo stop pay 170 na eba no and omo say yen stop ne yen enkofa ye de and omo kofa ntontura bi baaye we ye benzo. These are Benz and omo kofa ntontura baaye no omo de begu Independence Square no omo di mu jimi be saaye and omo so omo kofa ambulance bi nsi da satana 30 esi Ghana omo mane pro. Now yanko story nim. Now, let's start from the back. The ambulance case trial. Maybe ken kan ni medwudwam na obi ati asem na se. 22nd of December 2011. Cabinet approval for the ambulance. Into 2011, 22nd December. And John Mahama, NDC buying Atamil John Mahama mo buying approve ambulance we say 200 ambulance Ghana Yankotonian Famra 2011 December 22nd. Now November 2012 Parliament approves the financing agreement. Inti Omo approving in December 2011, 22nd, no, a few weeks, about a week or two, you were 2012. No, the following year, November 2012, and on the 1st of November, that is almost a year, and finally, Parliament, I approve it, say, yenko pesika na yenfanko to ambulances in Embra. Inti ambulance in 2011 started here. Cabinet approved in 2012 and a Parliament ejitumu say afedi yenko pesika ye de ebeto ambulance we amagana for. Now 19th of December 2012, Big C and the government of Ghana signed the contract for 200, that is 50 per their letter of credit, ambulances and its accessories. Mr. S. Okay. Mr. S, I'm good. It was something else. It's okay. I didn't see the other ones, but it's fine. Inti, in to add a caption to it so that I will know where it's going, please. Inti, on the 19th of December 2012, and a Big C company na omoye ambulance no omone the Ghana government is signing contract na a 200 ambulances. Now in the contract no letter of credit no chere say omo de beba in 4 batches, 50 50 50 50. Even though the contract is one whole contract, within the contract, the ambulance will be supplied in 4 chunks. That is 50, 50, 50, 50. And each of the 50 will have its own letter of credit. 50 na eba no, ewo no ankasa ne check edaso. Sa 50 ba ni etua check no, na ekọ. Na another 50 ba ni etua check no, na ekọ. The next 50 bar need to check. So the government was basically paying. The government only pays when the ambulance are delivered or on their way to be delivered. Into sana NDC abino any Blue Gate for Big C for no etnase edwene. Remember, Big C any company any Ghana buying a sign contract and yet Richard Jackpa or a facilitator or a middleman. On a name company and a company say menya deal bi ama mo Ghana government say omoto ambulance 200 na mo ye na say mo be ma me di mo anim de mo akode a mo be ma me share na mo ye ambulance no na mo de ama government of Ghana. So technically Richard Jackpa the business is between ono any Big C. He has no business with Ghana government. He has business with Big C. In the Ghana government to a problem, they have a problem with the Big C company. Richard, or your middleman to Big C, he linked Big C to the government of Ghana. Because not Ghana buying air per company or manufacture the ambulance and then accessories. In this Ausha case, Richard Jackpa is the wrong person they are prosecuting. A Big C that is supposed to be in the box at the end of the day talking to the Attorney General. In 2012, and a contract I'm signing here say a year 200, about 50, 50, 50, 4 tranches. Now, after several disagreements over the performance of the contract, the lawyers of Big C served notice threatening to sue government of Ghana for breach of contract. Now, time omuye bibiye na omunyina etena we no. Afei eye Big C for no ehun say eye NDC aban no contract na omni sign no na NDC aban no eye your ho style bi a che say de na ewo krata so no mo pese bedi so. Now, 2nd May 2014, the Attorney General under the NDC advised government of Ghana to produce the letter of credit as agreed in the contract signed for Big C to deliver the ambulance. Enti eba sano and a lawyer penyinia 2012 na oya lawyer penyini Emma Abain and Ghana. Akroma NDC government say, hey, your word should be your word. Money Big C for sign a contract in 2012. You people have to, at the end of the day, abide by whatever you said, and I say what was in the contract. Until you people will have to release a letter of credit. Now, letter of credit, you know, and then I make actual technically a check. So what deliver na check we are clear. Into say you try $1 million. Now say your man no 4. Ebi a wo de ba ku bia ba. You beji say you beji ebi a $250,000 check near the amount. Or the another one so by about $250,000 check. It is to make it easy for you, no. Letter of credit, no. Basically a checker, a dawa. So I would deliver no for the chunk of the bebano. The 50 bar. It's Attorney General Ghana government say, "Sir, contract now must sign. Also with this super pepe. Amount for the 50 bar. Monfa letter of credit, no. And say at least the bedrua mubetia. Right. Now. After that, on the 18th of July 2014, Finance Minister Seth Terkper wrote to Big C assuring them of receiving LC as stated in the contract. On the 18th of July 2014, after the Attorney General then advised the Ministry of Finance or the Minister of Finance, Seth Terkper wrote to Big C for say, okay, your lawyer opinion ni akasa, say mode eye goods ni bedru mo letter of credit will be ready. Senior ye stating wo contract ni mo pepepe. Enti Big C for no enso ti ase. Enti technically no, Seth Terkper was telling them say your Attorney General or hwehwe nkratem ene eye de emramu nsem no e ka kire say yendi eye contract no so. Ena ema Seth Terkper e ka kire Big C for no say. So the question here is Adena Seth Terkper antro letter ankoma Richard Jakpa. Why did Seth Terkper write a letter to Big C? Because the government of Ghana had a contract with Big C. They didn't have a contract with Richard Jakpa. So today in court, Richard Jakpa, Ejina court, we are prosecuting the wrong person. The person we are supposed to be sitting with and talking to, a Big C. Because contractors, Richard Jakpa is a friend to Big C. He's just a conduit. He's just a middleman. He gets his cut, and the cut is not coming from government of Ghana. The cut is coming from it's coming from the Big C. Into Richard Jakpa there. Only Ghana for any chakambia. Into what happened in all say, finance minister. At the end of the day, Attorney General Kachom said they need to issue the letter of credit before they deliver the ambulances. So once they ship the ambulances, what happens? And they say, so we ship the ambulance, more deliveries, no. The moment they see a person, there are documents to prove we say ambulance where they see a person. The moment I see a person, you have a unique number, you have a receipt. The moment this are receipt in the all that you do is say, Big C for no, they will forward that information to a finance ministry. Finance ministry has information now. Not only shipping company they didn't say yes, it is true. We are shipping these ambulances to you. And with some accessory in it, say take any green light, from lead of bill of lading now. Sa document, sa receipt, then he releases what we call letter of credit. Letter of credit, basically a check. But it only clears when the goods ever come in, sir. But I can assure you, say, check the moment the goods arrive, then you can cash the check. Into bank, how much your check, a blank check. The moment nyomani bedru ebe yi nyomani wie no ansa na wetuma ko bank wa akoyi enti a form of security keke e kire wo say nipa na oni ne adwuma na wa shepe ambulance ne koma no. In fact nipa no enye se ambulance ne koduru a wo hu no nipa na kire wo say my ready semetua many banks akasa ma banks na gya tum say ambulance nam kwan so nko e bank kwan na say documents wo dia e true semetua so ene na ma letter of credit be mu no enti the moment a Big C for a shipping ambulance no Seth Terkper got the receipts from Big C for say ampa must ship it shipping port number nie shipper ambulance ni gumuni numbers ni nyina nie into mombramba gye letter of credit and then Attorney General ka kire Seth Terkper say onye. So that is what made Seth Terkper sa make sa decision no. Now yanko enim into Attorney General ka Seth Terkper say do that. A man for ship idea na mon form letter of credit momo. Send a beya wintri BNC. And Seth Terkper catch president and Attorney General say we will do that. Now, Deputy Finance Minister, on the 7th of August 2014, na Ato Forson and a Deputy Finance Minister to Setekwe. Now, on the 7th of August 2014, Deputy Finance Minister Ato Forson, on the authority of Setekwe, wrote a letter to Bank of Ghana to establish the LC. In the time Attorney General, I advise Finance Minister Setekwe, and as Setekwe catch Ato Forson say, in fact, write a letter to the Bank of Ghana with the seal of the Finance Ministry. Because remember, when Ato Forson writes a letter to the Bank of Ghana, NASA the seal of the Finance Ministry, the Bank of Ghana would not adhere to the letter. You need to get that right. Even though Ato Forson is a deputy minister, he can write a letter to the Bank of Ghana. When the Bank of Ghana do not see or they fail to see the seal, say the finance minister himself has given the authorization for this letter to be sent to us. The Bank of Ghana will never release money. For Bank of Ghana to release money, it means say they verify the letter. Say the minister has basically done what? Has basically endorsed that letter through the seal on the letter. And the sank will be able to match your letter. Some deputy minister, Bank of Ghana, $200 million. But the only thing that made Bank of Ghana release that letter of credit, is because they saw the seal on that letter. And that seal, say the minister, Ato Forson boss, knows about the letter. What am I say? Inti Ato Forson a release, sir, or this letter come out Bank of Ghana. He was working under the instructions of Setekwe. Because Oko Bank of Ghana, Oko can say me Ato Forson a mature letter, Bank of Ghana, man letter of credit be. But Oko or the letter share letter say, oh, okay. Say seal ways is the nice or boss ni mubi. That is how a Bank of Ghana said, we are going to do what? Release the letter of credit. Now you understand. Inti Ato Forson on the 7th of August, he took instructions from his boss, Setekwe, as the main boss at the finance ministry. And he sent a letter that had a seal. Say Setekwe knows about this. And no Bank of Ghana who can say release letters of credit. Remember, say who blame Ato Forson, then you need to blame Bank of Ghana too. Because if you are going to say Ato Forson letter or the comma a Bank of Ghana release letter of credit and I say sikano a fake and Ato Forson anyway, then it means the person who approved that money at the Bank of Ghana is also liable. It means that Nippon Bank of Ghana or also just letter or releases that person at the Bank of Ghana needs to be in court today. It means the governor of Bank of Ghana is also supposed to be in court to tell us why he said or just letter abra or approve our letter. So it means whatever Ato Forson did, he did it under the instructions of Setekwe. And on the letter, there was an indication on the letter Setekwe knows about that decision. And into the Bank of Ghana, and he said, if today you are suing Ato Forson, then you have to sue the Bank of Ghana because I'm not release this column. Why did they release the money if they knew that the letter itself did not have the seal, the approval from the minister himself? Now, Yanko Edim. On the 12th of August 2014, Ato Forson wrote another letter on the authority of Setekwe to Controller and Accountant General, Bank of Ghana, to transfer money to Big C. Now, Ato Forson didn't get the first letter called Bank of Ghana. They have released the letter of credit. Now, Ato Forson has another letter from the same ministry. It is the first one require a faker. And then a second one is fake. And remember, the first one went to the Bank of Ghana. If the Bank of Ghana, the first one Ato Forson choko and a faker, why would they still sit there and take another letter from Ato Forson? Because for Bank of Ghana to even go ahead, the Accountant General to go ahead, it means they should know the letter that letter has been authorized or it has been endorsed by the minister himself. And what shows that it has been endorsed? It has been endorsed unless you see that seal. That seal of authority, say a letter. So that is how come a Bank of Ghana and the Accountant General transferred that money to Big C. So let me take you back a little bit. Ato Forson, sa letter na or Troy na Attorney General Eka say, or the ne pen a troye na enye ne boss eye se tekpe den and a man instruction no sa letter na to force na de ne pe troye anke kodu Bank of Ghana no the Bank of Ghana will return the letter and tell Ato Forson say we only adhere to whatever in these kind of letters when we see the seal of your boss, meaning this letter has the endorsement of the finance minister. But when the Bank of Ghana received the letter from Ato Forson the first time, it had the seal. The Bank of Ghana took that letter. Ato Forson wrote another letter to the Bank of Ghana and Accountant General. They saw the seal, meaning the boss has endorsed it. It is a seal no crampono. So Ato Forson commit a crime. The question here is, what are the checks and balances at the Bank of Ghana? There are security checks. And the question here is Setekpe dead? No, he's still alive. Right. All right. In Chesiano, you release this Kanama Big C. I'm a Scanako. Finance Ministry, Accountant General Department, they have released the money. Attorney General's case in court. Now, Attorney General case in this court. Causing financial loss to the state for authorizing payment to Big C for the supply of vehicles purporting to be ambulances without authorization. Attorney General case back or say Ato Forson ama Oman Ghana boka if we say or no ena authorize say yentie sika for ambulance and enya ambulance say yemfa yentie sika inti Attorney General case back or say Ato Forson de ne pay ena otro letter emaye Bank of Ghana any Accountant General release sika koto ambulance mpo na enya ambulance. Those are Attorney General charges no. 2. Intentionally misapplying public funds of the state in favor of Big C to supply vehicles purporting to be ambulances without authorization. I'm say Ato Forson ni da ho and or shada tam Ghana sika edema Big C for say omonda da Ghana for say omudi bibi a friend ambulance ba enso enye ambulance. Go to Parliament House. The ambulances are sitting there. A Benz manufactured. Okay. Indeed, these are the two things Attorney General Jinaso. I say Ato Forson, on what the pay a control letter, I'm here to a Big C, abra, cars be or deba at any day ambulance. And I'll say Ato Forson, shedda, and on Big C for share home, and will tear Sassika Momo, abra na only who quine. They didn't catch you. Time a letter the free Ato Forson after Setekpe instructing the deputy Ato Forson on letter no. The letter and Ato Forson or any regular paper so and Bank of Ghana will not accept it. But Ato Forson wrote a letter on the Ministry of Finance document with the seal of the minister on it, proving that the minister has endorsed that statement. And in the Bank of Ghana, any Accountant General, a letter to my Amutiakano. Now remember, Ato Forson boss Setekpe onwuyo otiase. All right. Inti uko wenima plea bargain be issue aba. Now plea bargain a plea bargain, also known as negotiating a plea, is an agreement between the prosecution and the defendant where the defendant agrees to plead guilty to the charges against them. Settlement in law, a compromise or agreement between litigants to settle the matter in dispute between them in order to dispose of and conclude their litigation. Now, Mate, where the be your friend plea bargain, and Mate, where the be your friend settlement. They are two different words. You guys a plea bargain, and you necessarily say, would default. Plea bargain say, Asama beto, Obetima catch the pants only bibi. Asamna beto no. In fact, member say between time no. This is what is happening. Me pese sikana musi be di 1 million no. Sa sikana metumi tua. Into what I want to do in say, me pese say obe jeli me 1 year. Me pese sikana enunti a pese o jeli me no. Metumi tua sa sikana ma. Into sa sikano metua na ebia in 3 chunks. And asa metua no in 4 different sections. Into ebia 1 million metua 250 in a space of 3 years and not 2 years. Into no attorney general no the reason why odi nipa na ko gina court no e sika nti odi nipa na ko gina court say nipa na di sika nti say nipa na gya tum say okay wo so be di sika mate ase nanso my ready and willing to pay that money say interest crack that metua no at that point na attorney general no is looking at the money and I say the interest ni say odi nipa na be kwa to efiase especially when the country e sika and I say at that point the country needs the money more than nipa na. The country will, at the end of the day, will say, now, at the end of the day, Sa Sikari and Saka Krampa, Jumadia Nanka or say, Sa Jumadia also demand you bet me the Disa Jumano, and your friend plea bargain, you bet me to the transit, no Nakasa. Settlement is different. Settlement, and then say, only Attorney General, no, Muninano, Assembly Court, Namakasa Unia, Unibibi, Assemidiakui, you bet me now 10 years. At the end of the day, no, Yakaka Manukusia, Ebe saying, Ebese or Sebitiauka. My ready says he can be trading now. Into assembly free court, never bra. Now I said, you conclude assembly, you make cannabontin and finish it. Into a plea bargain, no court, and a team can say, okay, we're cool. Settlement, no, Nipo de assembly court, to bet my case number fee. I can say, and the entrance in the settle. Not Sebu, Yenino, Obianfan and Tuma paying friend and court. Into these two things, no, not attorney general or the chance to settle on any of these two things. Now, the reason why I make church we want to say, Godfred Amene MPP for no epe somebody be too trim to say Addo Forson is guilty. Richard Jakpa is guilty. Enti de obehu bia no manjindi ni nyina no so omo ya kromfo omo boa. Now ma mention wade. NPP for Attorney General court no. Okoka nsem bi ekire court. Now, in some of the court and say, ambulance na the pictures chire no. Now, say ambulance na buy na enye ambulance. Now, Attorney General court no, in some of the a lawyer judge ni or say, the red, gold, green colors were not properly done and the stickers can peel off easily. Or see, adikudientia omode jakpa any Addo Forson abegina court and say, Oma cause financial loss to the state and they say ambulance never buy no na stickers be on red gold green no na e why Godfred o say chiri de shada kam Godfred me ade ogina so de Addo Forson jakpa ene eye omo maka ko gina court ne say o say adekudenti o ka say eye Addo Forson mo abogana kan ne say ambulance ne buy no na eye sticker na tare na eye red gold green na e why interchrese wabogana ka 2 no working light for night operations or say ambulance no na eye adwuma nanso etu anadwo na light mbobɔ ho a ebetu aye adwuma enu nti na om say Addo Forson ene Richard Jakpa akose financial loss to the state enti MPP Akuffo ene the Attorney General ene Oforiata say yenjeli Addo Forson ene Jakpa. These are the reasons nti om call court. 3. The word ambulance was not written on the bonnet. Almost say ambulance ne buy no. Nanko say eye trunk no. Hood no sorry. Hood no. I was say anka ye tro ambulance go so. Almost say buy na ebi ye tro ngu so. Dak. Mr. Send me the witness statement again. Adikudientia Attorney General court no. Almost say ambulance ne buy na bonnet no. Na yantro ambulance go so inti Addo Forson and Jakpa mo they have caused financial loss to the state. Where a court document na me dwom kakran kyerɛw. Almost also say the emergency number was not written on the vehicle. No mo say ambulance you throw emergency number ho. Time ambulance ni bedru na yantro emergency number ho. And nintin Attorney General say Addo Forson cause financial loss to the state. Na nko say ambulance no you throw emergency number ho. The name fa. O say ebi mu di slap, ebi mu di bullets na nyina ho toy. Almost say the trolley in the ambulance is too low. Almost say saade bi na I say my friend say key no my friend say ade bi na wutrema ne ye pia wo no almost na wo fom ubi ambulance na saade no wo fom because uko peja wo bo mu ase o say nke wo soro na wo soro Akuffo do betuma Almost say, Sadia and never form. Almost say, the attendance seat is not firmly fitted. At the gradient here, they are to force an agent court, say, of course, financial loss, and they say, you say ambulance in the bio, seat in a bubum, no, nay and tight team, we nay and tight team, we name we lose kakra, I ain't a corner also, Nanko so much tight team, tighten. We can you imagine? Almost say, the other seats for paramedics are too low. Almost say paramedics, no, say ambulance for the bar, I was an uncle from you to be our patient in the womb. Almost nipa no paramedic, no, Nango said the seat in was through. Now, seat in what form do in Tianunti, Atto Forson has caused financial loss to the state. Godfred, you. And almost say, materials used to make the cabinet were too sharp at the edges and can cause harm. Almost say, ambulance no na cabinet boom na cabinet no na nnua no ede no na sharp dodo ebi obi kɔ na kofa na akotwa ne nsa intia no kura pora to force cause financial loss wenti na mo de musika ko gina ko to do cabinet na ewo mu na cabinet na sharp dodo ebi on kotwa intia no so cause financial loss to the state. All right, Mr. Where was this supposed to be? Where should I place it? Number 6, number 7. I was expecting to be about 5C, right? After 5. All right, I'll place it. I must say, the cabinet are not self-lock unless you lock it manually. I must say, I must say, Atto Forson, any Jakpamo, cause financial loss to the state in the say. Nina say, the cabinet no anka also tuma na nkeno aloko kakra ba we no eche utum na do kokoro enunti almost say almost like say ambulance na trotro but at the end of the day no case no file here no almost kire say nyoma ambulance na nyoma na nya papa almost say ambulance na cabinet na anka tuma na nkeno akọ e de say me anka kitchen say o ka cabinet tume ko magnet bi ona asom abrochiri obi a obi Oto cabinet man no na cabinet na nkasa alock it. Say yes sir. But almost we need there. Na ambulance cabinet na che the keys to me atum kakra. And no almost say no there financial loss into Atto Forson in jail. Now here. So you look at all these things and you ask yourself say so is this the reason why Attorney General Godfred that many MPP for Emiagina court to say yemfa Atto Forson ko tu fiase. Now nim there ya. Setekwe himself went to court. And when he went to court, God being so good, Setekwe no owuye. So Setekwe came to court to also speak, to answer questions, to say, Atto Forson letters now or Troya, yedi tia a big C for kano, onimu biana. Inti Setekwe so called court no, didn't see it. This is what happened when Setekwe went to court. Inti assembly man Setekwe so ekopie court as a witness. Now, Setekwe's witness statement, saying as Setekwe so can or say, Minister of Finance at that time, Setekwe, stated in court that he wrote the first letter to Big C assuring them that the LC will soon be delivered to them. It is Setekwe by court, but catch say, I'm your minister. Me na me sure first letter no come Big C for after the Attorney General advised me say contract any o sign no say ye ndisu a ye ho be kire ye me Setekwe me na me sure letter no come Big C say omo enye den omo sending your money into omo nje den sa letter of credit no into so ono na kire ye wan ka say atu o say me na me kire ye. Setekwe in court, Setekwe also stated in court that he gave full authorization to his deputy Atto Forson to write the other letters and sign them on his behalf for the LC to be established and for payment to be made. Setekwe Saba court no say me and I'm a minister. Atto Forson and I am a deputy. Me na me man of full right. Me na me man of full authorization. Me na me man of kwine. Say letters me no Chokoma Bank of Ghana say yentua big sino. Me na me man of kwine say ontro enintina ode me letter a seal was so extra ye. Setekwe is in court telling the judge, telling the Attorney General, say the man you are blaming, he is not supposed to be blamed. if you have anybody to blame, blame me, because he works under my authority. Technically, say Tekwe catch a judge and say, the man you are blaming is my deputy. Every action he took, I endorsed it. Every letter he wrote, I gave him the the right to do it. Into say, will prosecute you. Why don't you prosecute Tekwe? Because or no NSA or man instruction today, Bawumia is saying, say, Akuffo don't kwasi ade o ye ni na ma yemblemu no. Someone to work say Bawumia has his vision. And then among us say, Akuffo don't kwasi ade o ye ni na yemblemu Bawumia. But today when you people take stands, you are saying, say, Akuffo is different, Bawumia is different. Even though Bawumia is working with Akuffo. Because of politics in the end, Akuffo don't kwasi ade o ye no mom pese Bawumia beji credit no. So Tekwe, God being good, he's not dead. Oh yet. Oba court no say, the echoes ni nyina I my authorization. Metiase. And you can still prosecute me. So why is the Attorney General going after Tekwe? Because if anything, we are looking at the head. The head has come out. Sanka Tekwe eba court roka say, this letter Atu wrote, I didn't know anything about it there. Then we know Atu is guilty. He basically did things without the knowing of Eddie and the boss. But the boss is still alive. The boss came to court and said, all the letters now are to Troy and I am minimum authorization. So where is the case again? In fact, the judge, I have questions for the judge. The judge is being biased. Because time I said take about court, ebe catch the Ghana for say or no nema to authorization. The judge was supposed to throw the case away. Yeah, he was supposed to throw the case out. Because at this point, the Attorney General has brought a case that did not have any merit. Because the person who worked under him, the person who was his boss, and came to say, the blaming you are blaming the guy, don't blame him. I made him do it. So why are you going after Forson? I didn't know Forson. For the judge to say, Attorney General the whole case, the judge is working with Attorney General. The judge is corrupt. Because any judge will be like, okay, so Attorney General, the man who was the minister then is saying that he gave this man all the authorization to do what he did. So why are you prosecuting this man? If I'm a judge, that's the question I'll ask. Why are you prosecuting Atto Forson? Why don't you prosecute the boss himself? Because technically he wrote the letters. He is not dead. He's here. Or catch us on the trial letters, no, and or catch Oma Atto instructions on trial. Into I didn't know boss, no. But the Attorney General has decided not to go after Tekwe because this trial, this case, a personal, a NPP for Akuffo monomaya margins or some Atto Forson to jail, all because he's doing a wonderful job in Parliament. After what you say, problem with the judge because Sebio, any judge who is right thinking and honest will stop the case there and throw the case out. Why did the judge give the Attorney General the room to continue this case? It is our plot now. Judge to me is part of it from what I am seeing. Because any judge beer or your corrector or Kano Kribiano, I can say, Attorney General, it's okay. I understand. You are basically forcing us to prosecute an innocent man. Senka said, take a back and contradict anything Atto Forson said, and there you have a case. But this is the situation where Seteko is still alive. He was in charge. Why are you going after Atto Forson? What is it there? In the judge and also two cases, but for the judge to see the case through to this point, the judge is working for these people. The judge is part of the clique. I am very disappointed in this woman. Very, very disappointed. Now, Shade. So, Yanko Enim. 5B. All right. So, right. So now uko we nimu case ni mo afi obi ati ase ba aha sana na yepese ye nne 7:30 good timing. Somebody is asking a very good question. You say he has a humble question. Please have understood that the ambulance were supposed to be distributed in 4 tranches. Why then only 30 was delivered? Secondly, it's agreed that the money should be paid when the ambulances are delivered. Why then they grant all the payment when only first chunk was delivered? Now remember, the agreement was that when they shipped the ambulance, on the way, you need to release the letter of credit. That's how it works. Now, the question here is, Senipane is supposed to ship 50 ambulances. Now, so we're shipping 30 ambulances. When the ambulance gets here, now, what we need to do is say, why didn't we get 50 ambulances? Now, the payment that was made, it was made for 30 ambulances. The payment that was made was not made for 50 ambulances. That is the details that that is the details that was Big C was trying to explain to the Attorney General. That if even, let's say, they gave letter of credit that is for 50 ambulances and a 30 buyer. At the end of the day, what are we prosecuted at Forson on? We are prosecuted at Forson for releasing a letter to bring in 30 ambulances. But this is the situation where the minister himself said he authorized him to write. So why are you holding Forson accountable? Why are you not holding the minister who actually instructed Forson to release that letter or the letter of credit? Because say 50 ne oseba and a 30 nam council and a minister ne catch the deputy say write letter of credit. Na say 30 the bedru and a letter of credit to the core ya. Say a bunny abusa questions. So who do we ask? Forson was working on instructions. So into 30 ne ba ya. Now the question here is, then who is supposed to be held accountable for the 29 buyer? Is it Forson or the Minister of Finance? Why is the Attorney General so obsessed? Why is the Attorney General so obsessed with Forson? Because the minister is the one who gave the authorization. And remember, the Ministry of Health and the health ministry and the Ghana health service, they are the ones who are supposed to be checking the ambulance. It is not a finance ministry. Remember, so finance ministry releases car say ye kwakoto 200 buses for a year Ghana military. Say I got 200 buses for Ghana health service and ambulances. The moment the Ministry of Finance releases the money, it is not their job to follow up to see, say, buses nearby and 150. It is up to the respective ministry to make sure that buses na those buses have been delivered. And the question you are asking, the answer comes in two phases. One, the letter of credit is always released when shipment has been made and confirmed. So whether it was 20 ambulances, 50 ambulances, who gave the authorization for the letter of credit or the money to be released? It was the Minister of Finance. Forson wrote it under the instructions of the Minister of Finance. So why are you blaming Forson? Because the person who gave Forson authorization is sitting in court telling you he did not have the powers to do it. I gave him the powers to do it. So why is the Attorney General going after Forson? Now, first solution Big C provided. Now, after when you now see, so what my team, they are telling me is, after the first 40, the remaining ones were brought later. Now, the NPP waited for the remainder before it was distributed. So that is clear. Now, let's move forward. Now, Assembly Court court, so right now we have been able to establish, say, Forson, at the end of the day, letters or Troy at the Command Bank of Ghana and the seal of the Finance Ministry, those letters, the authorization came from Setekpe because Setekpe came to court to tell Attorney General, any judge, and they say, I want to instruct Forson money. So right now, the person to be blamed, if there's any cause, and I say anybody caused financial loss to Ghana, Setekpe. So why is the Attorney General going after Forson, who was taking instructions from Setekpe? At this point, I don't even care about the number of ambulance. I care about who caused financial loss to the state. Is it Forson or Setekpe? Now, during the case, the Big C guys, Assembly Court, they decided to all right. So let's clarify this here. In 2019, and I'll come back to point 7. this is to the guys' questions now, or send it by CC and say, why did they pay the letter? Why did the letter of credit go? Abra na ambulance. I was about 50. Now see this. This was in 2019. Minority issue 3-day ultimatum to government over 40 parked ambulances. In 2019, no, na ambulances are a Ghana no, na 40. All the way in 2019. Minority issue 3-day ultimatum to government over 40 parked ambulances. As way back in 2019, na ambulance no 40 ewo Ghana. Na 40. Na the first one na first 50 no na emu 40 wo Ghana esiwa na ye use ya esi parliament a pro. So it is not 30 as I told you. It is 40 na eden na is aba esiwo. And so the government of the day, MPP government, they let those ones sit to rot because now MPP 4. Okay, so right now let's get this right. In 2019, because we are trying to check the facts well, these 40 ambulances, time Akuffo Addo kra omo first ambulance buy no first 40 the buy. So first 40 the buy no, the NPP government made it sit. Into kodu point to be a minority for a katre a NPP for parliament say ana Akuffo Addo government say and then wakra ambulance in 40 abiswa ambulance in air pro abra what's wakra the rest. So 40 na ba, why don't you do what? Why don't you put them out for Ghanaians to use? They waited till a year the academy buy and sana omo the ambulance the kwabontene. So even though they told us say omo kra 300 ambulance no, at the end of the day no, Akuffo Addo kra omo ambulance no 40 by nest is wo. But in that contract, it did not say the ambulance were going to come in 40. They said they had actually shipped 300 ambulance. Omo nyina nam kwan so ba. But on say omo ba power no. And this goes to I'm answering the question na Abranti ni busa say then omo ka say 50 ambulance buy ya 30 buy ya so 40 buy ya omo tua LC no. Time Akuffo Addo mo 40 ambulance we buy no. Na letter of credit omo release that. At that point, say Akuffo Addo, MPP abano, they had caused financial loss to the state because Oman can't say the 40 neighbor, Oman can the 300 ambulance. I don't know for 300 nina amba one time, but 40 neighbor yeah for a very long time no, and sana the others ever become because that is how it works. Whatever is shipped, you release a letter of credit on it. It is or the ambulance 50 neighbor, now say or the 200 neighbor, no so the 50 neighbor, now say or release it 30 say bar. You have to put a day the letter of credit on it to pay for that 30 coming, and that is what Setekwe did. And then Setekwe the amount of ambulance and a sipo sobano and who sikano tia 2.3 million euros. It is not like say they were going to overpay. They were paying according to the number of ambulance that was shipped. Because when they ship the ambulance, the document about the number of ambulance is see a posoba. Until at the end of the day, no, you cannot say because 50 ambulance say or mu deliver at 30, no, somebody has caused financial loss to the state. They pay according to the number the shipper or the distributor or the manufacturer says is coming. Even though I say a 50, no, maybe at the time they finished 30, it was ready to be shipped. So maybe they have shipped the 30, you pay for the 30. 20 you pay for the 20. So there's nothing like you say you were going to bring 50 and that the 50 one for the one time 50 to the 25 about the moment you make the person know say the 50 na eba first 25 will bow into the can you check it you have not committed any crime. So obe check say 25 the nam cancel. So he will pay for the 25 even though we see 50 now whatever it could be there could be anything. Manufacturing has its own hubs. So our plan is say maybe or the 6 months or 600 ambulances. Not 6 months or 200 ambulances are. Don't expect him to ship 600 ambulances. He will tell you say or ship 200 ambulances. That does not mean say Nipano is not going to bring the 400. It is also on the 50 by this month. Now say or catch or say was ship 30. You need to make ready the 30 now was shipping because 30 now was shipping with 2 husika. Saa 30 na wa ship no, we tua ho shipping fee. Saa 30 na wa ship no, or the one accessories account. So you pay for the 30, you have not lost or also on lose yet. 30 ni bedru the next 20 or the bar, you pay for the 20. And Nitina Ebesin, the Attorney General has not been able to say, Forson or the Finance Minister overpaid for the ambulances. Because they paid the right amount for the ambulances that was they delivered. Because say ambulance now. Omo deliver no senka Attorney General nim so omo discount because ambulance bia no the amount that they are stating is a lie, but the Attorney General did not go there. Attorney General say Forson and the chro letter me release here abra say take say or the man instruction say on chro because not or the deputy. I hope you understand that. Now let's move on. I'm my dear. It's a good question. That's why I took a little bit of time to explain that to you. Now so uko wenima this point. Now, first solution Big C provided. Timer, no more court. No. Big C agreed with the ambulance service to import. Timer na almost ship ambulance. No, timer na almost started say almost the ambulance nearby. No. Big C agreed with the ambulance service to import other medical equipment, including spare parts for the ambulance to resolve the problem. Ain't timer ambulance ni bedru ye na health ministry and the right agencies and inspect ambulance no and I'm catching Big C say there are a few things that did not come with the ambulance. And a Big C Fonica said that's not a problem. They are going to do what? They are going to ship all those accessories now a bedroom and an count. Into Big C for a shipping ambulance, no, there were some accessories that were not there, that at the end of the count. And the Ghana government through the Ministry of Health, no, Big C say ambulance na bedru. You were expecting say spec wearing in and webe womb, and a Big C no problem. We are doing what? We are going to ship those things. Because sometimes we don't ship those things to the ambulance because you never know what is going to happen. What we do is we try to separate the accessories from the ambulance as a vehicle itself. At the end of the day, in 2017, time Omukas has some Ghana government to be a Big C for the kind of they shipped the accessories. Big C for no man true. Accessories now Ministry of Health for Eco Inspector Ambulance, Omukas and Nina, also Ebeka. The Big C company, they shipped it. Now, since 2017 till now, the government refused to clear the medical equipment from the Tema port to resolve the concerns of government on the ambulances. In the Tema ambulance, they buy 2016, no. The same year now, almost shipping accessories now, a bedroom porter, Akuffo mobile power, no, almost equipment, no, medical equipment in our port from 2017 to date. Sign your money in other Tema port. And Attorney General K.Taylor Ghana for say Forson has caused financial loss to the state. Adentra na ambulance red go green na why na light no na ambulance no nyoma bi wo ma na emu miemia abra the accessories e ka ho na ebema ambulance no say at the end of the be ka ho no san nyoma is still sitting at the port from 2017 to 2024. At this point, one na caused financial loss to the state. At this point, as we speak, sa equipment, sa accessories na Big C for shipping say yam fan beka ambulance no equipment ne medical accessories na ka ho no. Sa nyoma be bedru 2017. NPP are buying Bawumia Akuffo Addo. Attorney General way they've left it there to rot. E da ho si Tema port air pro. Emma, after 7 years, na Attorney General done no want akoko to say, Forson na on one kasa amfane ni to me and sign letter no. Forson na cause financial loss in jail no. Kasa Ghana sisi no. Sa accessories sa osi engineers in jail Forson no. Esi Tema porter NPP are buying we say they will not take it out. Emma sa accessories ni nyina air pro. Now the same MPP government through the Attorney General say you perceive Forson tum or cause financial loss. Abra dey na watching atum na even though you're in the air, I support. The government is supposed to just clear some accessories, no, to make the ambulance a whole ambulance, no, or see only accessories because or perceive or dey no see you. Now catch Ghana for say John Mahama aban no ne Forson mo aban no omo kofa trot man kofa ambulance aba abra nyoma na ema na ambulance ni nyina gu port. From 2017 till date, sa nyoma ni gu port na ehye na airpro. And at this point, who is causing financial loss? And intina make a che mibusa judge and say, you the judge, you know all these things in court. You can in our court. The judge is still saying that Attorney General has a case. And anytime a judge say, "Well, know something about this." Sa scam ekoso, sa illegality ekoso case the judge didn't be. Because judge be or papa be or say, "Hey, this case, no. I don't want to entertain this. Go to port. Go and clear the accessories and come fit it." Setekwe, who was the minister, just came here to tell us, say he gave the instructions. Who are you prosecuting here? Any legitimate lawyer, judge, bia, or your papa bia, because say, hey, the accessories are that any in a good port. Setekwe is on the man instruction. So who are you prosecuting? What makes you think, sir, what cause a problem? Because you are prosecuting him on accessories and MI, ni in a good port. 2017 to 2024, 1 year. We are talking about also on one case the 2 me and a troll letter. Setekwe we waba also on a man the 2 minutes on troll. Into who are you prosecuting? Why are you wasting everybody's time? And so judge need to us a summoning court non-troll judgment. Judge need to mami o oba o. Or to what say one can in no uncle troll judgment they say uncle jaili obi. The judge was not supposed to allow the case to get to this point. The judge in the first place or no na cause a problem we judge not take case in this no. I am beginning to believe say oka eyedian cartel no ho some person mu jail at Forson because this is reasonable enough for you to throw this case out. So what are we chasing here? What are we chasing? Are we chasing the money? Are we chasing the accessories? If we are chasing the accessories are sitting there. From 2017 to 2024, they are still sitting at the port. Which money are you chasing? Because the money that was paid, the ambulance were delivered. Who are you chasing? Forson did not do anything on his own. The man who was his boss came and said, I gave you the instructions to do it. So why are we in court? In the court number one more then. And you need to understand, sir. From shipping all the way to Accra, sir, receipt to show. I'm friend of bill of lading. No, said no. Sir, receipt no. Sir, what ship here there? Sir, receipt your friend bill of lading. No, said no. Sir, receipt in the Chief Finance Ministry. Sir, what ship there? Ambulance no. In court, they provided it. That receipt and a man setekwe Emma there at Forson instructions say. Yen saka sir receipt na say there ambulance needs to posoba. Inti making sure somebody release sikana momo. That's how it works. Inti Forson, he was acting under the orders of his boss, who is Setekwe. Setekwe say, "Yensaka bill of lading. A chese nko for nampa oma shipping your mano, and I'm kwanso 30 ambulances. Ni nyina nie ato the contract any almost signing says the moment they ship, normal provided this receipt, no, we need to release the money. Ato, I'm giving you authorization. Write to Bank of Ghana and let them release the money to them." Forson heading. What has Forson done here? What has he done? As some way, Brony be any obe entertaining on court. Brony judge be any obe entertaining this case to get to this point. Brony be any one out there. Is it bill of loading or bill of leading? Mr. S, I need to get this word right. Bill of loading or bill of leading? I need to correct this. Guys, get me the right word. Bill of leading, bill of loading. We need to get a right word to use here. Now, second solution Big C provided. Bill of lading. Bill of lading. Okay. Bill of lading. That is the word. Okay. That is what I was trying to find. Bill of lading. So technically, more bill of lading. So the NS no. So ship a car receipt at the mount. Actually, ship a car and one no. So I brought be bidding in actually say, Kwame Amwa ship a car or US or the Brem or Ghana or ship a car no port wa. Sa abrocheta ma port no. US tema port no Baltimore no ombema the receipt e kire say wo car no e we container mo e ko Ghana sa receipt no e no de bra to Forson any setekwe e friend bill of lading receipt no almost a car receipt no and almost end the ampa sa a port na kire say almost ship e dey ambulance na ampa e no brofo bebrebe ni nyina no. All right, now look at this. Second solution Big C provided. Big C for no any solution be by. Big C requested that the ambulance be returned to them so they pay the damages of 2 million euros back to the government of Ghana. Inti Big C for no, they have even suggested to the Attorney General, so bibi. So I must say ambulance where the bre mono, it is not up to standard. Ambulance na ya ship bre mono, must money so. Ambulance no any quality. Big C for no catch the Attorney General say, you know something? We are a big company. Our credibility is important to us. Richard Jakpa or a middleman. In fact, if we have paid him money, it is our own money. Any Richard Jakpa, the discussion. Richard Sikebia. What we want to do, and then say, the ambulance near the Bremo as government of Ghana and Ghana for no. Some say emit the quality. Give us back our ambulance and let us pay you your $2 million euros. That's it. So the company was willing to even pay us back our money and take the ambulance because they are manufacturing better ambulance and more ambulance for people than Ghana distracting them and taking them to court. And the company Crampo suggested Chair Godfred say, "Wouldn't be sa ambulance here by ya accessories in Abeka Porter or catch say ambulance no because accessories in Cowan India no your ambulance no and your whole ambulance no. We don't want to drag this. Give us back our ambulance. We still have the money here. We have not used it. We want to pay you back your money. So that this back and forth, Obian Koso Obia problem. They suggested this to the Attorney General. Say, let us do this. We are not in to fight the government of Ghana. Yani ambulance no. Musamompe. Mufaya de ambre na muji musika. At the end of the day, DNA yeji. Attorney General, what is he looking for? Is he just looking to jail Addo Forson politically to feel say they have done something, or is the money they are going after? Because also somebody has caused financial loss to the state. If the person has caused financial loss to the state, that loss is coming back. The loss is still sitting there. Say they want to pay you the money and they want to take the ambulance back. What is the big deal? They are willing to ship their own ambulance out of Ghana and pay you your 2 million euros. The Attorney General refuses this solution proposed by Big C. He is only interested in wasting state resources in prosecuting the case and jailing Addo Forson at all costs. So Godfred Dame said no. So Big C, they just want to settle. And intina emami ready settlement no. And then emami ready the difference between settlement and the plea bargain. So in Toko settlement now, what Big C wanted to do was that, you know something, we signed a contract with you. We said we're going to supply you with this. We supplied you with 2.3 million euros. We sent accessories. You are still telling us that our ambulance is not wholesome. Our ambulance is basically defect. What we want to do is bring back our ambulance. We'll give you back your money. Attorney General Godfred Dame said no. The people were willing to pay the money. Godfred Dame said no. He wants to prosecute Addo Forson who did not authorize the payment. Because at this point, from Setekwe's statement, Setekwe authorized every document. He endorsed every document Addo Forson passed on to Bank of Ghana and the auditor, the accountant general. So why is Attorney General adding the need with the Addo Forson ichi? Adding Addo Forson. Attorney General and I say on Chiman or jail no matter what. Because the company that delivered the ambulance now omuji with 2 million euros. No, I'm say, you know something? For your ambulance, man, I want to settle. Give me back my ambulance. Osi enye papa. Osi bibia enye wum. Major ambulance jusika. Big Sinka say old jusika. Osi for ambulance man na jusika. Osi no. Addo Forson so no ne boss wo ho. Ono boss na beka say me na me man authority say on letter no. Osi boss na kakra emfa ho still obe jeli Addo Forson. And na me catch say when you go back to the matter, a judge and a problem. The judge sitting on the case is the problem. You know why? Because Nenisa case we nan kini say drew her. This case was not supposed to get to this point. Not judge, say any judge ni attorney general ni eye juma and omo person politically omo jeli ato Forson ka judge on go so to case we to train a long time. But for some reason, the judge is also trying everything possible to jail ato Forson. Judge ni person oye bibia no jail ato Forson. And then edo no because everything shows say case we nan go say judge no to train. Se si a problem nyina say NDC aban akoto ambulance bi a yesi enya papa. Ye disika se rekoto 2 million euros. Company ni no sign contract no omo de ambulance ne ba na. Omo say bogus. Ambulance ni de brem no mo say enya papa. Mo de mo fa ya de maye na mo gi musika. Why are we in court? Assembly nyina when you summarize it. Ghana government 2011, 2012. Ghana government 2011 and a cabinet meeting omoji 2 say yankoto ambulance 200 and a 2012 parliament G2 parliament G2 no and at the end of the day a company called Big C through a man called Richard Jakpa or any more and Akuffo mobile say Ghana government say omo pay ambulance 200 sa company e from Big C omo manufacture ambulance Richard Jakpa any Big C for na ejuma and a Big C for say that say sa deal where they are brady, you better on some percentage be into the juicy kind of call. And a Big C government of Ghana sign contract. I'm sign contract, no, and I'm say ambulance 200. I'm about 50. And I'm ship it first 30 ambulances. I'm ship it, no, and I add in set a receive a receipt. I have to say bill of lading a chase or my ship ambulance, no. A becca set and sa, and a set say you know something. Ato Forson we am deputy Chirokra Atakoma Bank of Ghana say edien enkofo no ahyepe edien ambulance no na receipt abeka mensa into omo release letter of credit basically omo releases kind of mom and Ato Forson letter free company finance ministry and or troye and or sign and or seal etaro so eche me boss say information we nya say Big C for no ahyepe ambulance no into sika also mutua no muntua mom. And I to force a letter me no come Bank of Ghana say muntia company sika momo. Company the ship company the ship here and ambulance in bedru here. Now ambulance in bedru here no Ministry of Health for eco inspect ambulance no. And so accessories bia na nka o say count amba. And a Big C for say oh accessories they are shipping it separate. Into accessories no eba bedru. Ampara accessories no so abedu. Ebedru 2016 satana NDC aban efra bemu. Accessories in bedroom no ebe seen there from 2017 all the way to 2024. Attorney General, MPP Attorney General, sa 30 ambulance na eba ya na yitu ahoka na ya parke ema ne pro. Ema be seen there yentu ba akokora ma ne nyina si wo e pro. Ena MPP aban we etwa ne ho e ka che Ghana for say NDC aban through Setekwe any Ato Forson no ma cause financial loss to the state. Adentra 1 ambulance bi no ma kofa aba na esiwo na ye 30 no Red go green taro hono e wawai into ma cause financial loss. 2. Ambulance no yenchro ambulance ngu ho. 3. Ambulance no nkonwa bi e wo mu na e wo fom. Ambulance no 4. De dina o se etwa ambulance yanchongu inti sanyo mane na obugina so e de ache Ato Forson na o ye deputy finance minister. Remember, se tekwe enya lead bill of lading no and I say onya receipt free abroche say ya ship ambulance no on ma Ato Forson instruction. Attorney General no anche se tekwe da hoti ase. Or say on pesa tekwe. Nipa no mum na se tekwe. Actual letter say on Fanko Bank of Ghana no. Sa nipa no peso jail no. Now, ende yeti hey. Attorney General di Ato Forson ene jakwana oye middleman ma Big C no. Or the omujina court say o peso o jail di o peso jail Ato Forson. And Ato Forson say my den. Or say the wire and say tekwe actual letter and or instructor will say oh sa letter for sa here never come the Bank of Ghana momuntia Big C. Yejina court and a Big C for abetro akache Attorney General yate say in semia bagana court say abaya na osiso e sign a contract mo say omo diska ye na ye company ye ambulances. In fact say ambulance na ye abremo e the accessories aka ho ma accessories e support for be 7 years no mu yi na mo say abaya no abom ka no ye na ye ambulance no ye pese etua mu sika sa de mamo momfa ya ambulance maye attorney general say pepe ompene judge na oti asem no so nim we nyina o se asem no nkoso and ntina make a kire o say attorney general judge no Akuffo Addo ato force no o ma hyere no mpese o mo de ko to jail o mo ni case. So big C for cry they want to settle omo pese asem no omo pay sika mpo biem yangie sika ne fa ambulance mo ma yesi enye adentina chinchina ato Forson edi bone ne so ne dian a nipa na ato Forson hye na se no aba ka chem se enye ono ane pe me na mesoma no omo se da bi ye be jeli ato Forson enum ne ene na mu abepie ha ema eye audio we eba abontene ana eye attorney general ka kire japa se ontwan tronto ato Forson so na ye jeli ato Forson eno audio na aba na ye bo no enti ato Forson abedum pempenso bi a eye attorney general na adwin say no matter what onim say ato Forson endi bone onye guilty onye bone bia enso Akuffo Addo ene Godfred no they just want to jail him eno na yebeti audio a eye jakpa no release a attorney general frɛ no ka kye ne say koka asem to ato Forson so send ye be ya yebetumi jail na wo de unya wo ko ena chagba ne say jakpa Richard ne say ono san kwase ade no ontumi nye ene na adwene beko enti anya ade a obeko court akodi tro ato Forson so me jeli ato Forson because onim say ato Forson embo kro no emuna eye attorney general ka kire ne say ene otu kwan enti eye Richard no enko kan kire court say oyare se ne be ya asem no ehun be obetwentwan asem so akopim so obekọ abrochiri aba na ono no otane eye de Richard hia okukuom a order da Richard say onko kasem ento ato Forson so Emma Richard no so abeyi tape na ba bontina ye nyina ya betibi enti at this point no the question I'm asking is why are we still in court adentina ye court why are we in court and what are we looking for and my question to the judge is say Madam Judge, why is this case still in court? Why is it still before you? Why is this case still in court? Why are you still entertaining this case? Then it means you are also part of the people who want to jail Ato Forson. Because who say case, Ato Forson has done nothing wrong. So for you to even just allow the case to run, it means you have an interest. You want to jail Ato Forson. Because any rational person knows, say, there's no case here. At least, say, Sikana, you say Ato Forson, I say na, in conference of the Sika mind, I then I watch Ato Forson. Say, Sika, ain't in a year jelly Ato Forson. Company now, the ambulance, I'm say from ambulance, on no move Sika May. I then I still, you're down with the court. Into Madam Judge, you are the problem. We need to look at the judge. On an also of finishing case we long time ago. On an 80 case because me feel it say judge is taking instructions from Akuffo Addo. Judge is also ready to jail Ato Forson. Because on a normal day, judge will not make the case travel to this point. After this short break, may pick a course 1, 2, or 3. Now upon show no. Mr. S, Mr. P, are we good?
Wene and some aircoso ewo highway so K.Taylor amaye hu say NPP amanyoko no mo corrupt amono akromfo na omugu omo circle ni ma enye asem keto akran ti si an Kevin chere say Ato Forson eye da paaye na NPP for no Godfred odame pese omo de ni omo jeli na enye asem keto akran be dey abidafo asese omo je pene kokoti sa audio we e de MI aha POG Media medamase.